Welcome back. A big part of our job as journalists is covering crime, including gun violence. And that includes when people's lives are tragically cut short. But what about those who survive? Our special series, Miracle Shots, follows the lives of gunshot survivors here in Chicago, telling their stories in their own voices. In our latest episode, we followed the Chicago Hornets, a wheelchair basketball team that has become a place of healing for athletes with disabilities, including some who have survived gun violence. Here's a clip.
I'm walking with a buddy of mine. This guy starts walking towards us. He says, "What's up?" Still not realizing, not knowing who this person was, not seeing, he pulls out a gun and starts shooting. The first shot actually went through my leg, went through my thigh. Didn't really realize what was going on until I see that second flash of the gun hit me in the middle of my back. And, from there, I hit the floor, literally like belly flopped onto the floor. He runs up on me, he kneels on me, and he puts the gun to the back of my head. The realization that I'm now here on the street, my body doesn't work. The next thing that I heard was him running away.
Joining us now are George Alfaro, the coach of the Hornets, and Juan Ortiz, a player on the team, who are both featured in that episode. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was it like in this episode to be taken back to the moment you were shot and really having to relive the emotions of that moment?
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that I can relive it any day, anytime that I want to focus on that, and I can vividly see that 20, 30 seconds. So it's been enough time that I've come to grow and overcome and find how to turn that pain and suffering and difficulties into strength and be more resilient, after it.
Yeah. How did you do that? How did you turn it into
a lot of hard work, putting in the work, waking up early every day, expecting greatness from yourself. You can rely on a lot of excuses and stay at home and not be a productive person. But I made a decision after doing that for several years that I'm going to change my life. I'm going to go to school, and you learn a lot of those things where you put in the hard work. Wheelchair basketball has really been what has taught me that you put in the effort, good things happen. Yeah. So it's taking time, but it was definitely worth it.
It does take time. George, what about you? What was it like to go back to the moment that you were shot? And I know that you talk about acceptance, going through all of the stages of grief, and then finally finding this moment of acceptance in the episode. How did you get to that point?
My injury happened when I was 10, so at that early age, you're under the coddle of your parents. The older I got, the more once I started finding my independence, it became difficult. But I think I found it when I just started encountering good people in my life, good leadership, good mentorship, sports. I started seeing that I'm not on an island, I'm not alone. Someone's out there sharing my grief, my kind of circumstances, and now I see a new way of life, hope, and saying that my disability is just another component of my life that I have to adjust to. And I think good leadership and good people in my life, and I'll say it again, sports.
Yes.
Sports, just introduced to sports, just new family.
Yes.
And I think that's where it all began. That's where I found confidence.
Feel that in the episode too, the camaraderie and the sportsmanship that you guys have built. George, you actually coached Juan back when he was in high school.
Yes.
So you are a leader yourself. What was it like to see sort of his transformation over the years?
I'm proud of not only Juan, but every athlete that have come across my court, and to see somebody, be dealt a hand like that and how he persevered is definitely flattering. It's good it makes me feel good, but it's good to the community as well, because people see persons such as Juan that see that. And a lot of people focus on the things they can't do when injuries like this happen. They tend to lose the focus of the things that they can. So it's up to me, coaches and leaders and mentors, to recalibrate that process.
Absolutely.
And he's recalibrated well, and look at him now.
Look at him now. You guys compete so hard on the court. What has competition done for you, mind, body, spirit?
Yeah, it's good to get out some of that aggression. You know, you see the chairs, like we're falling over. We get fouls and technicals, and sometimes get thrown out of the game. So, you know, you have those emotions. It's okay to sometimes let that out. You know, but you know, being able to focus that and to win and show these guys that are probably going through the toughest part of their life right now, and show them a way forward and say, it really what George was when I was 14 years old was an example. He was an adult, and he was working, and he had wife and kids, and he was like, he was the example for me. I can still be someone great.
Yeah, and you are. George and Juan, thank you so much for joining us. The full episode of Miracle Shots is airing tomorrow, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about adaptive sports and our Jumpstart later this morning. And you guys are actually going to be out in Wilmette participating in the Great Lakes Adaptive Sports Association games as well. So there's a lot of overlap today.
Come on out.
Come on out. Come on out. All right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you guys right after the break.